and we are going to go to our Rotarian on the road, Quinn Velasquez. Quinn, where are you at today?
Good afternoon, Rotary. Chico Rotarians and President Mark Francis. Here we are again. I'm Quinn Velasquez. I'm the Rotarian on the road. This week we have a great segment for you. We are actually here in Paradise at the Ashe Park. And I'm here with Debbie LaPlant Moseley, who is another Chico Rotarian. This week we're going to be talking a little bit about how Debbie's doing and what's going on in her life, how she's being involved in the Paradise community, what's going on up here, and then we have a special treat. We're going to talk a little bit about My Name is Haley and I Live in Paradise. Now this is a book that was put together. This is an idea of Debbie's, and it's helping raise money for youth on the Ridge and all the programs up here in Paradise. So Debbie, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. How are you? And tell me a little bit about how you're being involved in Paradise for some of the Rotarians that might not know you that well.
Well, I'm great, thank you. I appreciate you asking. We've been planting a lot of trees in our backyard this past couple of months. I'm the director of Youth on the Ridge Community Foundation and the Paradise Chocolate Fest, which is the same under the same umbrella. We put on the annual Chocolate Fest, and in fact this year's our 15th anniversary of the fest. We're having a virtual celebration this year because of the COVID, but the Chocolate Fest raises money each year for nonprofit organizations that provide educational, enrichment, recreation, leadership opportunities to youth on the Paradise Ridge. Okay. And in the last 10 years alone, we've been able to distribute over $250,000 to nonprofit youth organizations here on the Ridge. So it's a lot of fun.
So can you talk a little bit about this book that we've seen, and a lot of the Rotarians might have seen this maybe on the news a little bit, or heard something from the narrator, or I guess you say the editor, Steve. But tell us a little bit about this book, how you came up with the idea, and what it means for the community up here.
Well, the book has only been out for a week, so we're very excited about the rave reviews that we've received and the support that we've received already. My name is Haley and I live in Paradise. It's about a young girl that remembers all the beautiful things about her hometown, and she journals about her adventures with her two best friends, going to the ice skating rink or Noble Orchards or Johnny Appleseed Days and Chocolate Fest and others. And everything is perfect in her hometown until that day, the day of the fire, and everything changes. And the book is about hope and optimism and resilience. It's a beautiful story, and as you mentioned, beautifully illustrated and written by Steve Rashad, who's a multi-award winning illustrator, and he's from Paradise. His heart is right here in Paradise.
You know, Debbie, again, thank you for sharing a little bit of time here. You know, one thing I do want to mention to the Rotarians that are watching today is that the support for this book was actually a little bit of funding from Rotary. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Last year, Chico Rotary awarded us a grant award to help kick off the production of the book and getting it started. But all the profits from this book are going to benefit nonprofit youth organizations here on the Paradise Ridge. And we're so delighted. We couldn't be happier about that.
Good. And I know, Mark, you're probably going to want to touch on this a little bit more in the coming weeks and share more information about this book with the Chico Rotarians. You know, one thing I do want to say, I know we touched on that we're here at Ashe Park here in Paradise, and you know, for some of the Rotarians that haven't had a chance to come up to Paradise, the park wasn't touched by the fire, and it's absolutely beautiful up here, and it is the site of the Chocolate Festival. Now, we're not going to have one this year, but potentially in future years we're going to have it, and the ice skating rinks out here as well. And for those of you that haven't been up here, I encourage you to take a day on the weekend to stop by a beautiful location and show your support for Paradise. So Mark, back to you, and see you again next week.